Hi, hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through steps by step of how to apply for a visitor visa from inside Canada. Okay, so in the website of IRCC, we can see in here, if you meet all these criteria, then you can apply for a visitor visa from inside Canada. Okay, the first one is you are already in Canada. The second one is you hold a valid study or work permit. The third one is you want to leave and return to Canada in the near future. And the last one, you have an existing visitor visa that expired or is about to expire, or that was valid only for on entry. Okay, and remember that if you already left Canada and you need to apply for a new visitor visa, then you have to follow the process to apply for a visa from outside of Canada. And I have a video regarding to this, and I put the link into the description below, and please check it out when you need it. Okay, and also you can see in here, if you apply online to extend your work permit or study permit, then you will need to get the approval from the IRCC first, and then after that you can apply for your visitor visa. So basically speaking, you cannot apply for a visitor visa from inside Canada if you don't have a valid study permit or work permit. Okay, and how to apply for new visitor visa? It said that you will need to apply online in your IRCC secure account. If you don't already have an account, then we can create the one for you. All right, and the form, how about the form? The application here, it said that that is a form IMM 5257. Even though that you can see the title, the name of that form is made outside of Canada, but don't worry about that. All right, just fill out this form even when you apply from inside of Canada. Okay, so the form here IMM 5257. For now, we just create an account or sign in, and we click in here. Here you go, sign in, GC key, username and password, or maybe you can use the Canadian Interact sign-in partner. And if you don't have any account yet, then register for an account. I have a video regarding to how to register for an account with the IRCC secure account already, and I will put it in the link also. Okay, but now I just sign in so that we can continue with how to apply for visa from inside Canada. Okay, so my account, I use GCKey username and password. I click in here, and then now I put the username and the password in. Okay, if you don't have, then sign up. All right. Continue. Okay, terms and condition, accept, security question, continue. Okay, so above are the applications that I'm having now. To start a new application, you will need to click in here, apply to come to Canada. For personal reference code, if you don't have, then you click in here to determine your eligibility and apply online. Click in here, and in this page you will need to answer all the eligibility questions. Let me zoom it out for you, okay, so that we can see it clearer. The first question is, what would you like to do in Canada? You select appropriately. Let's say if you work on a work permit, and then you select on the work. Okay, but if you are an international student, then you select on study. But in my case, I select the work. And how long have you are you planning to stay in Canada? More than 6 months. And the code, I select the country that I'm holding a passport, and the current country of living now is Canada. Select Canada. And do you have any family member who is Canadian citizen or PR? No. My date of birth, let's say I was born in 1990. And the month January 1st. I just made it up. Okay, and then next, are you a lawful PR in the USA? No, I'm not. Next, what is your current immigration status here in Canada? I'm a worker. If for some reason that you want to know more about that question, and then you can click in here with that question mark. All right, and then next, does this one of those following apply to you? You read all those. In my case, no. Are you this spouse? No, I'm not. Are you a spouse or dependent child of a person who is for those? No. Are you a spouse or common law of an accredited diplomat? No. And then next, are you a spouse or common law person who holds a study permit? No. And then, have you been told by an IRCC office that you are approved in principle for PR in Canada? No. Have you submitted a PR application in Canada? No. Do you have a written job offer? Yes. And then next, what is marital status? I am married. What is your country? What is your province of destination in Ontario? Then next. All right, so here is the results, the work permit and temporary resident visa. Because in order to apply for a visitor visa inside Canada, you will need to have a valid work permit in here. So it means that you have already, so you don't need to apply for a work permit in Canada because you do have it already. So for now, you have to click on temporary resident visa, which is visitor visa. Okay, so that we can continue with the application. Remember in here, if you are working or studying in Canada, your temporary resident visa may expire at the same time as your work or study permit. If your work or study permit is expiring soon, please renew your study or work permit first. And once your study or work permit is approved, then you may apply for temporary resident visa. Okay, so it means that you need to have that work permit valid, and then after that, that is temporary resident visa, and then continue. Okay. We are almost there. Continue. Which of the following best describe your situation? I have a work permit. Okay, let's say I have a work permit restricted to a specific employer or type of work. It means that it is a closed work permit. And the other one is open work permit, but I have a specific employer. So I select on that and then next. Okay, have you had a medical exam performed by IRCC physician in the last 12 months? No, I don't have. And medical exam is needed before you submit? I don't work in those areas of working, so no. And then next, do you want to work in one of the following jobs? No, I don't. And then next, okay, do you want to submit an application for a family member? No. Then next, are you giving someone access to your application? No, because I am going to conduct the business with IRCC. Then next, in the past 10 years, have you given your fingerprints and photo or the biometrics for an application to come to Canada? Yes, I did. Okay, because if you don't, then you have to do the biometrics. Then next, there are fees associated with this application. Will you be paying? Yes, I will be paying. Are you able to make digital copy of document? Yes. Will you be paying your application fees online? Yes. Okay, review your answers. So every answer in here, it will decide the required document and supporting document that you will need to provide the IRCC. You review everything in here multiple times, and then if you see something that you need to edit, then you can click in that little pens in here until it is correct. All right, and then let's assume that everything here is correct, and then I click on continue. Okay, submitting your application, step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. and then continue. Okay, my document checklist, my document including in here. Application for visitor visa made outside of Canada. No worry about outside or inside in here, but the form is IMM 5257, that is a must. Okay, and then the supporting document in here, I have like Canadian work or study permit. I do have the work permit. Okay, and then employment record, I can ask my employer for that. And then a passport and digital photo. I claim that I have a letter of employment, the employment contract with the employer, so I just put in here so that I can ask my employer to provide me a copy. Okay, and then in here optional documents, that is optional only. Okay, that is schedule 1, it is a background. And in here client's information, I would recommend that you you add in some document that you don't have it up here. For example, if you have bank statement, you can put in here. If you have the IRCC know more about your yield, about your case, then you upload in here. Okay, and the fees is $100. So for now we start with that form IMM 5257. Okay, and then we can download it now. So I will save this form into a folder, and then we can work from there. So guys, here is a form application for visitor visa or temporary resident visa. That is the form IMM 5257, 5 pages, and we will need to fill out all the information in here and then validate. Then after that, you can upload it in the IRCC secure account. And I have a completed form here already so that I can show you how I completed the form. Okay, number 1 is the UCI number. You can look into your visa and then get that UCI number. The service that you want in English or French, the visa requested, that is a visitor visa. The part of personal details, you put your family name here and then given name. Number 2, have you ever used any other name? In my case, no. Number 3, the sex, the gender, male or female, date of birth, place of birth, country of birth, and citizenship. Number 7, the country, the current country of residence, that is I'm living in Canada now and my status is a worker. Okay, but if you are international student, then you can select international student, student. Okay, and in here form 2, form, it means that for the day that you enter Canada, and 2, that is on it is the expiry date on your work permit. Okay, so just get that information from your work permit and then put it down in here. Number 8, the previous countries or territory of residence. If you live in any other countries for more than 6 months, then you fill out those parts and then click in yes and then fill out this part. But no in my case, so I just select on the no. Number 9, that is country or territories we're applying. The same as countries, current country, yes, because I'm in Canada now. Number 10, that is marital status. I select married and the date of marriage in here. And then I will need to provide the name of my current spouse, that is Laura Smith. I put it in here, okay? And because that is my first marriage, so I don't have any previous marriage before, so I select on no. And then the language, to the languages part, number 1, my native language, that is Vietnamese, and B, are you able to communicate in English or French, and then I select English. And then D, have you taken a test from a designated testing agency? No, I don't. Yes, I do, or maybe if you don't have, then you select on no. I do have IELTS, so I select yes. And then the passport number, you can write down all in here, and the countries of issues, the date of issue and expiry date, you can take that information from your passport. All right. And then if you select that passport, it means that number 5 and number 6, you don't need to worry about that. National identity document, I don't have anything, so no. US PR card, no, I don't have. And then the next part is the contact information. So I will need to put down all my current mailing address in here with the street number, street name. Okay, and then number 3, that is the telephone number in Canada. That is myself. Okay, and then I put down all the information in here with my cell phone, and then the email address in here. Okay, and then the detail of visit to Canada. The purpose of my visit, that is for returning worker. And number 2, indicate how long you plan to stay. You plan to stay from today's date. That one from today's date, and then 2 until the end of your work permit. Okay, so again, you will need to get your valid work permit out so that you can fill this part. All right. And number 3, that is funds available for my stay. I put it $10,000, or if you have less than that, you can put that one too, because you have a valid work permit, and then you know, with the work you can secure funding for that stay. Okay. And number 4, that is a name and address and relationship of any persons or institutions that you will visit. That is the name of the company. I put down all in here. That is my employer. Let's move to the education part. The question here is, have you had any post-secondary education? If you don't have, then just select on no. And if you have, yes, and then you have to fill out all the part in here with the time and the field of study, and then the city and country. Okay, but in my case, I just select on no because I have no post-secondary education. I have no college or university. Okay, and then now let's move to that employment. In here you have to give the details of your employment in the past 10 years. Okay, so 10 years, and do not leave gaps, because if you leave the gaps, and then you cannot validate the form. Okay, so it means that from 2015 until now. And then for the current one, maybe you can leave it blank because you are still working in that company in Canada. Okay, and then you try to fill out all of those. Even if you are a student, I put the student in here, and then I put A, B, C, D, E, F, high school, even in high school. Okay, so that is your employment. Okay, and then the background information. Number 1, within the past 2 years, have you or family member had a TB of the lungs? No. Physical mental disorder? No. Number 2, have you ever remained beyond validity of your status? You can put no or yes. Okay, but if you select on yes, then you have to explain things in here. Okay, but in my case, I select no because I never remain beyond my validity of my status. Okay, so number B, have you ever been refused a visa or permit? No. Number C, have you previously applied to enter or remain in Canada? Of course, yes, because that is what I have for my my visa in here. Original visa was applied and got approval on, let's say, on June 2023. Number B, like that, for example. Okay. And then number 3, have you ever committed, been arrested, or been charged with or convicted of any criminal offense in any countries or territory? My answer is no. Okay, so remember that if you answer yes to any of the questions above here, you need to explain. Number 4, did you serve in any military? No. Are you a member, or have you been a member or associated with any political party engaged in violence? No. and then ever witnessed, have you ever witnessed or participated in the ill treatments of prisoner? My question is, my answer is no. Okay, and then that's it. And then the signature part, do you consent to be contacted by CIC? Yes, that is fine. Or if not, I don't want them to connect with me. Like that is on behalf of IRCC. Okay. And then after that, I put my name as a signature, John Smith, and then the date that I apply for, I fill out this form. Okay. And then after that, I can validate the form. Let's click in here. Okay, so it is validated, okay, with that barcode, and then we can validate the form, and then we can use this form to upload it in the IRCC secure account. All right. So guys, after filling out all the forms and gathering all the supporting documents, and then we will go back to that portal and then upload it. Okay. For the first one, IMM 5257. Okay, and upload file, return. Okay, it's ready. Okay, in here, Canadian work or study permit. Select, choose. I have work permit. Upload, return. Okay, and the employment record. So remember that whatever you see, the supporting documents in here, it is based on the answer that you answer the questions in the eligibility. Upload the file. That is the offer of employment. Okay, if you are not sure about what it is about, then the question mark here will tell you everything. The passport, upload. Okay, and digital photo in here. Okay, and here the optional document, as I said, that one is the schedule 1. Schedule 1 is about the history, personal history, declaration, like the background. The client's information, that is optional document as well. However, I would like to put it as the bank statement or the funding, because in the form, in the IRCC 5257 form, I said that I have the funding for my stay is $10,000, so that I can put it in. Okay, but it is optional. Okay, so I will upload that in the account as well, and then the payment in here. Next, so that we can pay. Okay, next. Okay, so my declarations and electronic signature, John Smith, I have everything uploaded here, as you can see. Okay, and then privacy, the summary of fee, that is $100. Privacy notice, and then you agree, and signature as John Smith. Okay, and then you have to answer the security questions in here as well, and then you sign. After signing, and then you transmit and pay. Okay, you click in here, and then summaries of fees for John Smith, that is $100, but you will need to pay in here. Okay, so here is a checkout with the informations about the payment method and the billing address and the order summary, but I'm not going to go beyond this page because this one is the last step of the application. So I'm not so I will stop from here. And the next step will be waiting for the IRCC to respond to your application. And if your application is approved, then the IRCC will ask your passport so that they can stick the counterfoil visa on the passport. Okay, so good luck everyone and have a good day. Bye bye.